Okay, so we're going to begin with the program. You guys can continue getting something to eat, although I should warn you, once they close those doors, you will not be allowed back inside. I'm just kidding. It's a joke. I'm just kidding. Hi, everybody. I'm Walter Perez from Channel 6. I'm also, for those who don't know, I'm the tallest Latino on the face of the earth. That's something that's I wear as a badge of honor. It's always such a pleasure to do anything with Esperanza. I tell Reverend Lewis all the time, I said, you can ask me to do anything, man, and I'll do it for you. I love the man. I appreciate him and all that he's done, and it's an honor for me. Last year we did it virtual, and so we did it inside the studio, a lot easier for me. But being here is an absolute pleasure. And so once again, thank you so much for inviting me. Now, I mentioned being the tallest Latino on the face of the earth. The only downside to that is that they don't make podiums for people like me. And so I have to read off a sheet, and it's very far away. And I'm getting old and I can't see it. So if I squint a lot, please forgive me. So once again, welcome everybody. I am Walter Perez from Channel 6. On behalf of Esperanza Immigrants Legal Services Board of Directors and staff, we are so glad that you have joined us this evening for celebrating Hope for Immigrants, Cuentos de Esperanza, Stories of Hope. Esperanza Immigrants Legal Services, also known as EILS, made an incredible difference in the lives of nearly 2,000 immigrants since it was established more than 13 years ago. Can you believe it? 13 years ago. EILS was founded by Esperanza, of course, a nonprofit dedicated to strengthening Hispanic communities right here in North Philadelphia and to equipping other nonprofits to do the same as well nationwide. I have long been a friend of Esperanza, as I mentioned, and its family of well-recognized agencies and institutions. So it's a joy really to be here as your host this evening as we raise support for some of the most important members of our community, namely our immigrants like my parents who came here from Argentina. There are students, they are parents, they are teachers, they are workers, they are small business owners, family members, and much, much more. And they make up the fabric of who we are as Americans, you know, as that tradition that they pass on along with us. Each has their own aspirations and contributions. And thanks to the support of EILS, each has their own story of hope to tell the world. Tonight, you'll have the opportunity to learn more about EILS's transformative work right here in the heart of North Philadelphia. Hear from Bienvenido and Katrina about how EILS is making a difference for their family, and celebrate two incredible honorees, the Honorable Judge M. Honeyman and Fernando Chang Moy, Esquire, for their extraordinary leadership on behalf of immigrants and EILS. All right, so we're ready to begin here. Let's get started. I'd like to invite EILS's Board of Chair, Michael Malvey, to thank this evening's sponsors. Michael.
Thank you so much, Walter. It really means a lot to see you all here today. I see a lot of friends, a lot of friendly faces, a lot of longtime supporters of EILS. I just want to give special recognition to one of the founding executive director of EILS who's here today, Mary Clark. It's great to see her. And my predecessor and one of last year's honorees, Sandra Miller-Weens, here as well, and a real champion of the immigration community. She may be out getting food, but clap for her anyway. EILS is a treasure, and it really is my privilege to be here with you. But we can't do our mission alone. We really need your support. And I'm up here in particular to give thanks to the many sponsors who made tonight possible and makes our mission possible. So I'm going to start, and this may seem, oh God. Next slide, next slide. I'm going to start by, now that my big face is up there, by thanking the firm I work for, which is Galfanberger LLP. They are the lead sponsor tonight, and they are celebrating their 75th year. So thank you to my partners for your supporting this organization and allowing me to dedicate my time to helping our vision succeed. We have two Torch of Liberty sponsors. I'd like to thank the firm of McKenna Snyder and the firm of Palladino, Isbell, and Kazaza. Thank you so much for your support here tonight. We have our presenting sponsors, 6ABC, who was kind enough to loan us Walter, and he's fabulous. We really appreciate all that he does. We have Primitive World Productions, who is helping with the audio video, and then Impacto Media, which publishes a wonderful newspaper that's available citywide. We also have a number of Beacon of Hope and Lantern of Opportunity sponsors who contributed as well. You'll see their names published. Thank you to all of you. It's really wonderful. And now, unfortunately, we have to take a brief moment. We're going to see a little welcoming message from my managing partner, Deborah Jensen, and the attorneys at Gaufenberger.
For the past 75 years, our law firm has helped thousands of people overcome some of their greatest life challenges. Esperanza Immigration Legal Services provides help to Philadelphia immigrants and families as they overcome their challenges on the path to citizenship. We at Gaufenberger feel a kinship with Esperanza's mission and commitment, and that's why we are proud to support their vital work.
You may have noticed some of the attorneys seen in that video are in attendance tonight. They've told me that they will trade autographs for extra drink tickets. So they're in the back middle table there if you'd like to take them up on that opportunity. It's amazing, as Walter said, Esperanza's EILS has been around for 13 years now, or just about. And even though this is the biggest event in the history of our organization, I feel like this is just the start of the much bigger things that are to come. And to come up and talk to you, I have two very special people I'd like to introduce. We have Walter Tolliver, who is the Senior Vice President of Esperanza, and our visionary Executive Director on Autonomous. They're going to share a little bit more about EILS's humble beginnings and where the future lies for us. So thank you. I'll see you guys in a little while.
Thanks, Mike. Good evening, everybody. I actually have the pleasure of being able to welcome you all here as the Senior Vice President of Esperanza on behalf of our President and CEO, Reverend Luis Cortez, who unfortunately couldn't be here tonight, but he wanted me to give you his well wishes and welcome. But I'm also a board member of EILS. And EILS is one of several institutions and programs that together form a growing opportunity community here in one of the poorest districts in Philadelphia. If you're an immigrant seeking a better life for you or your family, you should have access to the same tools for success that other families do: good schools, quality housing, safe streets. But that is often not the case for many within our community, and especially those who are immigrants. Here on this campus, Esperanza makes it possible for immigrants to have access to all of those tools for a good quality life in one place. When Esperanza established EILS in 2009, it was known for its work to support comprehensive immigration reform. Every few years, Esperanza led groups of Latino clergy from around the nation to speak to their representatives on Capitol Hill. Still, we knew that there remained a need for direct legal assistance right here in our barrio, our neighborhood, and that we could deliver with excellence. Faith in the strength of our communities and dedication to transforming hopelessness into opportunities is a common thread throughout the Esperanza family of services. We wanted to make sure that people would not get taken advantage of by unqualified notarios and could access services without having to travel down to Center City. Other legal service providers welcomed us, and their collaboration remains an important part of our support network. Today, EILS is a trusted resource in our local neighborhood and sought after in neighboring counties and even internationally. Nearly 75% of the clients served by EILS come from right here in Hunting Park and other parts of North Philadelphia. We don't take their trust for granted. It's why we wanted to make sure their stories are visible so that the legal services and resources their families and our communities need remain a priority. So again, thank you for coming. We hope you enjoy this evening, and I'm going to turn it over to Anu.
It is incredible to see you all here with us today. Now I have a favor to ask. If you feel comfortable to do so, can you please close your eyes for a moment? Think of an immigrant who has impacted your life. Raise your hand if that person is a family member, a friend, a colleague, a neighbor. Open your eyes. I am not surprised to see this result. And I, as the Executive Director of Esperanza Immigration Legal Services, have the privilege of working with such folks every day. Every day, every conversation that I have with a client leads to a shared experience, whether it's about work or relationships or friends. And it is such a privilege to see the reflections of ourselves in our clients every day. In the spirit of storytelling, I'd like to share a little bit about myself and my path to get here. My passion for immigration began during my academic careers at Temple University, law school, as well as at Villanova University, and also at my professional career at Ballard's Bar, where I had the chance to work on asylum and detention representation cases. So much so, I loved this work that I decided to upend and reorient my professional life to this work here at EILS. And I am so glad that I did. Here at EILS, our fierce, multilingual, multicultural team connect with clients in a way that I have never seen before in the private sector or the nonprofit world. We help our clients with a number of immigration reliefs, about half of which is citizenship related. We also help our clients with DACA renewals, green card renewals, and a number of humanitarian reliefs. We work to intentionally eliminate barriers that face our communities, such as providing vital language services to older Spanish-speaking adults in our community, or supporting on medical waivers for those with disabilities. Now, throughout the pandemic, EILS pivoted to and refined a remote representation model, which has allowed us to serve immigrants more efficiently than we had in the past. We saw a nearly 30% jump in the ratio of applications that we submitted to consults that were conducted the last fiscal year. That rate is now well over 80%. This model holds a potential for future expansion into areas that may be considered immigration legal services deserts. We are a vital resource in this community. The other day, two of our clients, Orlando and Humberto, who are here with us today, wave. They came into our offices and shared with us how difficult it was to find a responsive legal services provider. They also shared how quickly their lives changed once they connected with EILS through Esperanza College and launching them into future aspirations of work and family in just a few short months. But we don't and can't do it alone. This year, we leveraged the support of more than 100, yes, 100 volunteers drawn from major law firms, from local law schools and universities, and other sister organizations. This mighty network helped our clients with citizenship naturalization preparation, with language support and translating documents, as well as in capturing the stories of our clients in a new way. With help from students from both Temple University and Villanova University serving as interpreters, we launched the Los Cuentos Initiative. And those are the stories of the clients that you see around today. As the program moves on, I hope that you will take the time to read some of these stories that are placed around the room. As one of my favorite authors, Arundhati Roy, has written about, the ability to tell one's own story is a powerful medium indeed. These excerpts from the many, many journeys and experiences are a source of inspiration and why we are all here today. I really feel that we are on the cusp of a new era with EILS, but one thing will never change. Our clients know that we will go the extra mile, often several times over, to make sure that they receive the highest quality of affordable representation. Thank you all for being here today. The reason that we are here today is because this work matters, it is urgent, and it must be shared by all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Anu. And when you said to close your eyes, I remembered when I was a kid. You know, my parents came here from Argentina, as I mentioned. And it was just, you know, things that happen when you're a kid. Some things you remember, some things you don't. There's one thing just stuck out to me when I was a child. And, you know, you ask your parents, why'd you come here? 9 years old, what do I know? And they said, well, it was for you. And it was for your brother. And it was at a time in my life where, for whatever reason, even at 9 years old, I wondered what I was going to be in life. And I asked her, what should I do? I'll never forget. She grabbed my wrists and she looked me in the eyes and she said, Walter, this is America. You can be whatever you want to be. I'll never forget that. And you know what's even funnier? My parents, like so many other parents back in the 60s, they wanted to Americanize me and my brother as much as they could. That's why they named me Walter. They named me after Walter Cronkite. And I became a news guy. It's crazy. Anyway, maybe it's the suggestion, and I followed through with it unconsciously, but whatever, here I am. All right, so there are some talented artists, of course, here, homegrown here in Philadelphia, who are capturing the stories of struggle, of family, of connection, perseverance, and expectancy, faith, love, all those things that are so much a part of the immigrant experience in America, and in ways that I never could. I'm thankful for their creativity and telling those stories so that we can engage with them as well. Priscilla Bell Lamberty. Say hi, Priscilla. She, of course, is a visual artist, as you can see, was a recipient of the 2017 Leeway Art and Change Grant, 2017 Taino Storyteller of the Year Award, 2020 Phenomenal Woman Award, and 2020 Taino Muralist of the Year Award as well. She's prepared a beautiful canvas for us this evening, as you can see right there. This piece will be finished live during our program tonight and made available for auction, donated to EILS. Now, Priscilla was raised right in this neighborhood and uses her family, her surroundings, and cultural heritage for guidance and inspiration. Please give her a round of applause. Now, during last year's virtual event, Daniel De Jesus, artist, painter, cellist, violinist, and songwriter, unveiled The Journey, written specifically to honor the immigrants EILS serves. And, quote, the three cellos represent a family. They join with their separate melodies, sometimes in harmony and dissonance, contradicting each other as they make the difficult decision to leave their home to find a brand new life. They have performed at venues across the world, including Park Avenue Armory, Millennium Park Theater, and World Cafe Live. Ladies and gentlemen, Daniel De Jesus.
Thank you, Daniel, for that incredible performance. Can we get another round of applause? Tonight, we are recognizing individuals who have transformed the lives of countless immigrants in our region. It is my great pleasure to introduce our first honoree, Fernando Chang Moy. Fernando has been an incredible friend to EILS since the genesis of our organization. He facilitated strategic planning sessions, trained the board in fundraising, and offered important insights into philanthropy as we grew. In the fall of 2021, under Fern's guidance, EILS teamed up with 15 law students from Fernando's asylum and refugee law class, as well as additional Penn Law students who served as interpreters, to launch our asylum practice and meet the needs of asylum clients facing life and death situations from Central America, Brazil, and Russia. With the support of 2 students who have stayed on since that time, EILS continues to provide representation to Afghan evacuees. Outside of his contribution to EILS, Fernando has served as a consultant to government agencies, local and national philanthropic institutions, social services, and cultural organizations. He was the founding director of the Liberty Center for Survivors of Torture and legal officer with 2 United Nations agencies. His various roles offer a rich cross-section of contributions to advancing the well-being of our immigrant communities. I also have the distinct privilege of being able to call Fern, Len, and Isa long-standing mentors and friends. Fernando, EILS will not be where it is today without your support, and that is why we are so happy to introduce you as our 2022 EILS Champion honoree.
Anu, WTF. How can you have me follow Daniel? That's crazy. God bless. What a hard act to follow. Anyway, thank you for the honor. Thank you all for being here. If you know me, you know that I don't play ball, but if I did play ball, I'd throw this award, I'd throw this ball right back to three people. Number one, although he's not here, this award really belongs to El Reverendo Luis Cortés, who at the height of anti-immigrant hate, he said, I'm going to put my money and my value, I'm going to put my values where my money where my values are. And he started Esperanza Immigrants Legal Services inside this humongously wonderful multi-service organization. So number one, this award really belongs to Luis. So please make sure that you thank him for me. Number two, I'd throw this ball or this award right back to the executive directors, beginning with Mary Clark, who was the first executive director, and on through Anu Thomas. Anu, if you could bottle your energy and sell that bottle, we would not need the stupid fundraiser. You could just make money off of your energy. You're tireless and your energy is really tiring, but thank you. I mean, we have to thank you for taking EILS where Mary started it and you've taken it to the next level. And finally, and I'm the only thing between you all, Judge Honeyman and food, so let me just end by saying that this award really goes to the clients. If not for the, there's a saying in the Catholic Church, am I allowed to say Catholic in a Protestant organization? Well, never mind. Anyway, the Catholics, he's not here. So Catholics say that the church are its people. Not true, because it's the Pope, the archbishops, the bishops, and all that. But the church is its people, and EILS is the clients that you serve. If not without them, we would need to be here. And if not for the clients, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, United States would not be where it is today. Para ustedes que no entendieron mi inglés, porque yo me trabo mucho en inglés, lo que dije es que este honor que me están dando en realidad es para ustedes. Sin ustedes no estuviéramos aquí. Sin ustedes, Filadelfia, Pennsylvania, los Estados Unidos, no estuviéramos donde estamos hoy. Así que gracias por estar aquí y este honor es ustedes. And finally, before I shut up and sit down and turn it over to Judge Honeyman, just of course I have to thank my family. My spouse, Len, wave Len, and our daughter, Isabel, who had to work today, but they're so patient and they're so supportive. During dinner time when the phone rings and it's the friend of a friend of a friend who wants immigration advice, Len's food gets cold, my food gets cold, no worries, he understands. Isabel and Len can now rattle off Immigration Form I-130 and 400. They know immigration law just by listening to all the work that I'm trying to do to help the clients that you serve. So thank you, Anu. Thank you for this honor, and thank you all for being here.
Muchas gracias. I also have the great privilege of introducing our EILS Civic Impact Honoree, the Honorable Judge Charles Honeyman. A beloved and well-known mentor and instructor to many within the immigration legal services field, I met Judge Honeyman and his wife Hope not too long ago in person and have been left in awe of his breadth and depth of knowledge in the field of immigration law, as well as his authentic passion for this work. As an immigration attorney and partner in private practice throughout the years, and as an immigration judge in New York City and Philadelphia for more than 2 decades, Judge Honeyman has made a clear difference in the lives of many immigrants, particularly those seeking asylum. Judge Honeyman remains committed to the immigration field as an adjunct professor at Villanova, a counsel at Palladino Espel and Casasa LLC, a leading immigration law firm based here in Philadelphia, and as former co-chair for the American Immigration Lawyers Association Liaison Committee with the Executive Office for Immigration Review. He is as well a trainer and speaker for practicing attorneys, myself included. His leadership and his contributions are profound. Judge Honeyman, EILS is so proud to recognize you as its 2022 Civic Impact Honoree for your valuable contributions in ensuring that immigrants find a supportive community here in Philadelphia and have viable and meaningful opportunities to pursue their livelihood, hopes, and dreams. Thank you. Pleasure. Thank you. Hold it for you. Is that okay? Sure.
Thank you so much for those kind words of introduction, and thank you in particular for Anu for I echo what Fernando said when I first met you. I couldn't believe that there was so much energy coming out of one person, and I didn't see a quarter of battery. So congratulations on your passion, and I look forward to many more years working together with you through this organization and teaching. It's an honor to accept this award. It's particularly notable, yet bittersweet, as this is part of a community for which my late brother, Steve, did so much work as a community organizer over the years. Over time, our professional lives began to intersect more and more as Steve's organizing activities and initiatives involved various immigrant communities, which was not the case early on in his career. I taught Steve some immigration law, and he taught me about empowerment and lessons in empowerment. Steve should have been here this evening, standing proud before what he often told people was my brother, the immigration judge. And our lives crossed in many ways that up until the very end, we did not realize, and I miss him dearly. My journey to today began 42 years ago in 1980 when, as a law clerk for a firm in Baltimore, I was presented with the opportunity to assist with and handle its first immigration cases. That led to nearly 15 years of rewarding professional growth in private practice in Baltimore and then back home in Philadelphia. Further enriched by my involvement with the American Immigration Lawyers Association, both locally and later for 2 years, as Anu pointed out, as National Liaison Co-Chair to the Executive Office for Immigration Review, the organization that manages the immigration courts and the Administrative Appellate Board. Over the years, I experienced the human drama of representing immigrants, both in and outside of court. So many with compelling stories to tell, and some, of course, with checkered histories from countries about which previously I had known very little. Many cases were legally complex, but all shared the common desire for a fresh start, including so many asylum seekers fleeing unimaginable horrors. My clients motivated me to become the very best advocate possible. I learned from the stars, became a mentor, taught law school, guest lectured, reached out to immigrant communities, and litigated successfully in many immigration courts. My passion for administrative litigation ultimately led me to seek an appointment as a United States immigration judge, which I was fortunate to receive in September 1995, coda without any political connections, which is the way it's supposed to be. So I first commuted to New York daily for 5.5 years on a Greyhound bus from Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And thereafter, I did receive a transfer and a reassignment to the Immigration Court in Philadelphia in March of 2001, when many of you in this room were quite young. I was particularly proud to serve for many years in the court as Philadelphia's pro bono liaison judge teaching prospective pro bono asylum attorneys, working to promote and insist upon quality lawyering, fair hearings, and civility among counsels. Not always an easy task. It has also been an honor and privilege to mentor the next generation of immigration attorneys, be challenged and enriched by so many passionate advocates who appeared before me, some of whom are here this evening, including my supportive colleagues at Palladino, Isbell, and Kazaza, where I have been privileged to continue my advocacy as immigration counsel. Let me leave you with a story that left an indelible mark on my soul. Some years ago, I received a letter from a Central American woman who had appeared in my Philadelphia court with her mother, a victim of horrific domestic violence from which she could not receive adequate protection. The daughter wrote that the saddest day of her life was when she and her mom were arrested by ICE, while the happiest day was when I granted them asylum and the government did not reserve appeal. She was writing in this letter years later, asking me if I recalled her, which I didn't, to inform me of her graduation from college and plans to attend law school. She wanted me to know what she had done with her life since that day in court and what she wanted to contribute to the country that she believed had saved her and her mom's life. Naturally, I was moved to tears. I'm controlling myself now. And I carried that letter around me in my briefcase for many years. I still have it and periodically reread the letter from time to time. Thank you so much again for this humbling honor, for the privilege to share this evening with the EILS champion honoree, the esteemed Fernando Chang Moy, Esquire, who also knew my brother as a community organizer and with whom I once guest lectured at the University of Pennsylvania Law School. And I thank so many of you who have meant so much to me for so long, not the least of whom is my wife, Hope, who often would watch me, sometimes incredulously, reading cases when I should have been relaxing just a little bit more. Love you, sweetie. Thanks again to all of you for your support, and to Esperanza Immigration Legal Services, EILS, for this humbling honor. Be well and fearless as you carry on, because of course, the work never ends. Thank you again.
Thank you so much once again, Fernando and Judge Honeyman. Please, one more round of applause for both. We are truly inspired by your dedication, by your compassion, and by your leadership as well. Because of you, many more can find their voice, they can find their strength in a place they already call home. It's especially amazing to know that you are translating those strengths to the next generation of attorneys and advocates, including some who are here with us tonight. Thank you so much once again. Next, you'll hear the story. Absolutely. One more round of applause. Next, you'll hear the story of Bienvenido and Katrina, a couple that reminds us of the importance of family and the many ways they come together to seek a better future.
Porque cuando tú no tienes documento, te sientes como que no eres nada y las personas te ven diferente y te sientes muy diferente y no te sientes con tanta libertad como uno se siente en su país cuando uno está legal. Ha sido una bendición que Katrina, mi esposa, llegó a mi vida.
We met on Bumble, like a dating app, and we would talk on the phone, we would text, we would do all those things. And then one day I was in my apartment and I was trying to hang a blind up. And I was like, ayúdame. I was on the phone with him when I was saying it. He was like, what do you need help with? I said, I can't get my curtains up. He was like, I'll be right there. And he came from New Jersey and he helped me put my blinds up. But he was fixing everything. So I loved that right away.
Una barrera para ambos porque yo no sabía mucho inglés, ni ella sabía mucho español. Ella ha sido prácticamente mi profesora con el inglés y yo he sido su profesor con el español.
He moved here to Philadelphia. We were living together for a while. And then next thing I know, he proposed and said, "Would you marry me?" And I said, okay. Like I just got super kind of excited. And I said, sure. And then we got married at my job at the courthouse. It was kind of scary not having the documents that he was supposed to have.
Decidí obtener mis documentos migratorios para poder sentirme ser alguien aquí en este país.
The paperwork for trying to apply for a visa is really vigorous. A coworker of mine suggested Esperanza, so they were able to complete the paperwork with ease. They made my life a lot easier.
Empezaron a llegar los documentos uno atrás de otro, la entrevista, en menos de un mes. Fue un proceso rápido, me sentí muy bien, agradecido. Me dieron mucho soporte en todo lo que yo necesitaba en el plan migratorio. Me sentí en familia. Mis hijos en República Dominicana, ellos están bien, dependen de mí. Yo siempre le envío su dinero para su comida, le pago su colegio, todo lo que ellos necesitan, yo le cubro sus gastos.
I would like to see his children come here because he needs that connection with them and he misses them. And I feel like they would do well if they were afforded the opportunity to be here.
Aquí hay mejores beneficios para ellos en la escuela y me interesan que ellos estén aquí conmigo para que ellos puedan aprender el idioma y asegurarles su futuro.
We're all immigrants. This nation was built upon immigrants. You know, we have to be mindful of that. And they contribute greatly because they have different experiences.
Cada emigrante que viene aquí al país trae sus raíces de sus países y las siembran aquí en este país. Y la cultura americana va aprendiendo cada día mucho más de los emigrantes, como los emigrantes aprenden de los americanos.
Wow. So for those of you who are not familiar, Cuentos de Esperanza, that's the theme of the night. Cuentos means stories, stories of hope. And that's just one of the thousands of examples of families that we've helped in over the years at this beautiful organization. And we have big dreams and big visions about what's to come. But there's so many more people who we can serve. And before we let you go tonight, we're going to lock all the doors and do one last ask for the evening. As we close out our evening, we have one more thing I'm going to ask everyone to consider doing to help us reach our fundraising goal. Each of us can help ensure that the immigrants in our communities and their families can have access to the benefits that immigration remedies afford. So I'm going to ask that everyone join me, everyone who's willing, this is voluntary, to join me in giving your cell phones. We're going to be putting a thermometer up on stage. We have a goal for tonight, and we would like to see if we can reach it. We're looking to raise $5,000 tonight. And there's a real easy way to do that. You can see there's a phone number up there. It's also on your tables. If you text the word GIVE, G-I-V-E, to 833-201-1575, you will be given prompts that will ask you to list the amount that you're willing to give, and you can put your name. I'll be happy to announce any names that come up. But any amount you give will make a difference. One of the most amazing things about EILS is the way that the money that it gets raised for this organization goes directly into program services, and overhead is low, and it's amazing how quickly those donations go right into supporting direct immigration relief for our clients. And what it does is it allows, like Bienvenido said, it makes a person feel whole. It makes them feel free. All right, Che, good start, my man. Thank you very much. Is all right? That's awesome. So I don't have a script for this part, but this could take a little while. So I have 2 notes on here. It says, work the room and put the fun in fundraising. And I have no idea how to do that. So first I'm gonna start by just giving you some quotes to inspire you as you're fiddling around with your friend. Wow, we have some awesome folks. Thank you, Hannah. Thank you, Hogan. Thank you, Lila. We are up and running. We are almost, wow, we're off to a good start. We're almost 20% of the way there. Orlando, thank you so much. Wow, all right, so I may not even get to my bad jokes, but I'm gonna give some quotes here while you guys are still working. Tina LaQuesta, that's my wife, thank you so much. Judge Honeyman, wow, thank you so much. That's very generous. Brad, well, people wanna get out of here. It's clear that no one wants to. I got 5 bad jokes written down here. They are terrible, but that's my way of really motivating people. Oh man, this you're not gonna get to. All right, so we got the Nieves family, thank you. We have Teresa, Nick, Maria, sorry if I missed anybody. Brad, thank you very much. We are on to the next line. Here's a quote, Yelisa, I have 3 children and we all live in Philadelphia. Being a mother is the most important part of my life. I can offer them a better life here, better school, and more opportunities. From Nellie, my hope for the future is to have economic stability in order to help support the education of my children. I want to see them grow, and my goal is to see them in some kind of profession here in the United States where they are presented with better opportunities. I mean, these are just a portion of the quotes that we hear from our clients every day. As the judge said, as Fernando said, what really matters to the clients and the people we help and that we serve. All right, we're coming along here. We got Nick, Megan, and Alex. Thank you so much for your contributions. I'm getting close to having to use my jokes, so you guys, you know, we're getting there. We got 2. I'm going to start with one joke just to let you know how bad it's going to be. I think Walter Perez reported this on 6ABC, but there was a big fire at a French cheese factory in Paris, and when they put the fire out, all that was left was debris. Debris, yeah. I got 4 more people. Come on, let's go. 4 more. Fernando and Len. All right. Wow. Look at the numbers go. Wow. Look how quickly that effectively that was. All right. Thank you, Fernando and Len. Thank you, Angela. Thank you, Audrey. Reverend Luis, thank you so much. All right. We're close. I may only get 1 more joke in. Mark Goldstein, thank you so much. Familia Alvaro, I thank you. We're coming along there. Audrey. All right. Getting close. Getting close. Yes, thank you. Yes, that's good. All right, I got 1 more. Why was the snowman looking through a bag of carrots? Why was he looking through a bag of carrots? Anyone want to guess the punchline? I will donate $100 if someone can guess the punchline correctly. Yes. He was picking his nose, but I'll still donate $100 because that was pretty good. That was close enough. I will get up there, regardless of whether we hit our goal or not. That was worth $100. All right, 1 last joke because I think we are really close. But if someone gets this right, I'll do another 100. Where do spiders go for health advice? Where do spiders go for health advice? Come on. Yes, all right, we got it. Are we over? Come on. There's 55 hours out there, and I got 1 more joke, but it's not as good as the last 2. I mean, I know I'm good for $200, but come on, people. All right, hold on. All right, let me put my give up there. All right, I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is. All right, 1 last joke. Why did the chicken? Yay! Whoa! Anonymous 1,000. Oh man. By the way, this is my brother-in-law who's watching right now. He's a big Washington Nationals fan, but thank you. Thank you, everybody. Why did the chicken go to the seance? Anyone know? To get to the other side. Thank you. All right. I have a couple thank yous to say. First of all, thank you. This is unbelievable. We blew our goal out of the water, and I don't think any of it. I have a alternate script here. If we didn't hit 5,000, then I'm really happy that I don't have to read. So I'm going to close tonight. We are just about done. I just want to say EILS is a truly unique part of an incredible ecosystem of legal service providers. And I may be biased, but we have a real gem here in North Philadelphia. It is absolutely just an honor to work with this incredible group of people, to work with Anu, her awesome team. I have just a couple thank yous to note before I hand the microphone back over to Walter one last time. First, I want to thank our newest board member, Peter Hardy, who's here tonight and made a very generous donation. Thank you, Peter. Thank you so much. Welcome to the party. You'll be doing stand-up in a couple of years. I want to thank Walter Perez. Thank you so much for volunteering your time on your night off. We know you really elevate this night. I want to thank Christine Nieves, the lady over there with the headset on, who every single thing that worked tonight was because of her hard work. She has put a countless amount of energy into this. So with that, thank you so much for coming tonight. It's been an honor to meet some of you, to work with some of you, and have a great evening, everyone. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
So, as a parent of 3, you inspired me with one more joke. You tell your kids great jokes. Why should you never date an apostrophe? Anyone? They're too possessive. Anyway, it's one of the million jokes I told my kids. I don't know. I never forgot that one. It's not enough to see a problem. We're compelled in challenging times to take action. Generosity certainly inspires us. Community and connection move us forward. It's an important message for these times for sure. It's a goal, if not reached. I want to remind you that if you have been as inspired by this mission as I have, you can make the gift by supporting your contribution at this time if you want to give even more. It'll take just a few minutes, but will make such a powerful difference in the lives of so many people. We also want to thank Yvette's Catering and Scouts Vineyards for their support tonight. A round of applause for them, please. Thank you guys so much for being with us, and we hope to see you right here again soon. I'm Walter Perez. Thanks for having me.